guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're new to the Market Marauder Show, it's an investment channel, helps you to find the best deals in the market. All right, so this is going to be another episode of the weekly Robinhood journey to 1 million. So the whole point of this show is to try to grow this account to $1 million. So current buying power in the account is $1.07, fully invested at the moment. Um, we can see on here, these are the plays that I'm currently in right now. Have a Coinbase ticker sign CON call for 520, down 37 on that. Got an AMC $80 call, which actually is even on that one. Netflix call $855 strike price, down $4 on that one. Facebook $470 call, down $12. A Macy's call for $47, up $2 on that one. A Tesla put for $300, down $64 on that one, and then Microsoft $375 call, and this is down $7. So overall, it's a pretty rocky week this week, but don't let that discourage you. Just keep trading out there. You will have some rough weeks, and this was a rough week. So let's go to some of the plays. So first on here we have ORC, which was stocks that I had, just raw stocks. So ORC and TWNT were just raw stocks, and so ORC had a buy. I bought those shares for $4.94, and sold for $4.99. So it made a 5 cent profit. And then TWNT bought for $9.99, sold for $9.88. Had 11 cent down play on that one, so lost 11 cents. So the first one, ORC, gained 5 cents. TWNT lost 11 cents. So if we go to ORC, ORC is for Orchard Island Capital. And then just to show you all that the play and the position, scrolling down on here, bought that one a while ago, just so I can get the dividends, and so they did pay out a dividend, which was 8 cents. So I ended up buying that one, got the dividend at 8 cents, and then ended up selling for a profit at the 4.99. TWNT is not a dividend paying stock, so if we go look at that one, TWNT, which is Tailwind 2, uh, on here we can see bought for $9.99 and then sold for $9.88. So that's just a confirmation of the plays that were made. So let's go back to the list. We have Tesla, bought a call for Tesla, or I think this was a put for Tesla for $193, ended up selling for $70. So lost 125 on that one. We have AMC, which I bought for 140. So these are not the same as the ones that are here. These are new positions, so just bear that in mind. These are previous positions that I had in the same week, but I ended the week in these two positions. So these are separate from those. So AMC ended up buying for 140, sold for 88. Tesla bought for 193, sold for 70. So it's a negative 125 loss, and then a negative 52 loss. Next we have Riot, which I bought for 177. And these are options, by the way. So everything after the TWNT and ORC were all options trades. So the Riot ended up buying for 117, sold for 292. So plus $175 on that one. So it was definitely nice to lock in a profit on this one. Fuel cell bought for 36, sold for 28. So that's a negative $8 loss. We have AMD, which bought for 76, sold for 17, so that's a $61 loss. We have Nvidia, which I bought for 180, sold for 60, so that's a negative $120 loss. Rivian IPO this week, so if you've seen any of my videos, I've been talking about Rivian pretty heavily. Was able to jump in that one and get some profits on both of those trades, and that's why it's on here twice. So Rivian, I ended up buying some shares for 221, 46. They ended up selling them for 231.71. So I made $10.25 on that one. The same week, I jumped back in Rivian, ended up just buying one share for 123.14. End up selling that for 129.01, made a $5.87 profit. So nice little win day trading Rivian. And so you may be saying, how are you able to day trade or make this many trades? Usually if you go and you buy something the day before and you sell the day after, it doesn't count towards the PDT rule. So that's one workaround around it. And usually, if you buy something towards the end of the trading day and then just sell in the morning, that's a workaround as well. It doesn't count as a day trade. So just bear that in mind. If you are trading, if you are starting trading, you will be hit with the PDT rule, which on Robinhood pattern day trading means you don't have $25,000 or more into your account. So once we hit that $25,000 mark, the PDT rule will no longer apply. Then you can trade as many as you want. But until you hit the $25,000, the PDT rule will count towards you. So just bear that in mind. You may see all these trades on here, but they're not all executed in the exact same day. So a day trade is considered when you buy something when the market opens and you sell it before the market closes that same day. So that will be constituted as one day trade. If you buy something one day and then you sell it the next day, that's not constituted as a day trade. So just bear that in mind. And you get three of those per week or per 7 day period. So if you do uh, if you do three a week, you have to wait a week to have those three redone. But they'll do it. The timer starts on each one of those independently. So if you do one, you have a 7 day waiting period for that one to go away. You do another one, you have a 7 day waiting period, and so forth and so on. Next, we have ticker sign MARA. Ended up buying that for $86, sold for 102, so I made a nice $16 profit. GM bought for 54, sold for 57. So ended up making a $3 profit on that one. Jumped into some Facebook options, ended up buying it for 60 and sold for 60, just to continue, break even. So I just broke even on this one. Didn't make a profit, didn't have a loss, which sometimes those trades, you will have to do that. Just bear in mind, what your risk management is at the time when looking at your account. Next, we have Microsoft, bought for 36, sold for 32. It's a $4 loss. And then CPRX, bought for 20, sold for 12. So CPRX, out of this whole list of stocks, is the only one that I would say I did not feel comfortable trading. And that was because I looked at CPRX, didn't really do any due diligence on what the company did or what they were producing, but I saw that it was going up, and so I jumped into an option on that one. And so that's extremely reckless on my part. And so that is definitely a lessons learned for that one. So as far as total profit is concerned, made $210.17, but loss was $376.11. So total loss, if you add both those together, is $165.94. So that's not bad overall, in my personal opinion, especially considering, the previous weeks made like hundreds of dollars on those. Still, the whole goal is to grow the account. And so, that's what we want to do. In the long term, I think the plays that I have now should be sufficient and fully invested. I saw some of these start to change as the market closed. Netflix started to rally, Facebook started to rally, Macy's started to rally. I think they have earnings next week with the rest of retail, but that should definitely, show positive when retail goes back up. If crypto starts to go up, I think coin will go up as well. Realistically, what I'm looking at when I have these options are the expiration dates. So the first two on here, expiration date wise, so this one is 11/26. So I will have to definitely monitor that one because the Greeks will attack you on that one. So the Greeks being Delta, Vega, Rho, all of those that are factored in when trading options. And so that's something you want to consider. Time decay is something also to consider. So as time goes on, the less amount of profits you can make on a specific trade. And so when trading options, time can be on your side or it can be against you. You want to make sure you have enough time for the price to get to the place you want it to get. Also, bear in mind, it doesn't have to get to that exact price for you to be able to get the profit. And so, coin doesn't have to get to $520 in order for me to be profitable when trading options. It's all based on volatility and how the Greeks work. And so, this is just a message to all you out there trading. If you're getting into day trading, people say, you need to go practice on a, paper trading account. I really don't think that that is the best way to begin investing. I think the best way for you to begin investing is to find a stock, do your due diligence, find an entry and exit strategy that you want to take, understand your risk management. If you want to set some risk management rules, write those down prior to entering and exiting the market. And so, when I look at trading, I look at it as a very competitive sport. Not only are you competing against other retail traders, you're competing against the market, you're competing against hedge funds, and so you kind of have to make smart decisions. Also, look at the fact that it is your money. So unless you're using leverage, which I never use leverage to trade, um, then it is your own money. And so you want to learn from your losses. Like this Tesla uh, buy and sell right here. I thought Tesla was going to go up. So I was all over the place with Tesla. Didn't really listen to my gut. When I saw Elon started selling off a lot of them, I was like, oh, it's going to go up because the next day it went up a little bit. And so, learning different things from, your trades. One thing I would say a lesson learned from Rivian is that I was able to day trade it. So I was happy that I was able to day trade it, that it was going up, and that I was able to make, a little over $15 from, day trading Rivian. And so when you have new IPOs, things of that nature, the market is always changing. There's so many different variables that go into a lot of these different things, a lot of these different plays. So make sure you just go check them out and do your due diligence. If you can't track all of the plays that you're making, because news will come out about each one of these, and each one has different reasons why they go up and why they go down. If it's hard for you to, stay up to date on all the news going on, if you don't have the time of the day to, sit and watch the charts, that's fine. Pick just a couple of stocks. Pick like two stocks to look at, and then just trade those. Whether you're doing options, whether you're doing just regular stocks, just pick two a week and trade those. Now, you don't have to trade those every single day, and you don't have to do options. You can do just regular stocks. So let's say, you want to buy two shares of two different stocks. So you want to buy one share of one stock, one share of another stock, and you just want to see where it goes by the end of the week. Write down some of the lessons learned from that, and then it'll help you to become a better trader. Also, learn how to do due diligence. So just looking at YouTube videos, I don't think is enough due diligence. I mean, you can read some CNBC articles, that helps as well, but understanding what helps the company itself become profitable. What are articles that are coming out about the company that will overall help investors want to invest into the company? So, like Rivian, there was a bunch of hype around Rivian. So I assumed, hey, well, I didn't assume, I knew Rivian was going to go up. There was, the highest IPO since 2014. Rivian was bound to go up. Now, the first day it went up, and then it went down the second day, and then it started to rally back again. That's usually what happens during IPOs, so don't be alarmed if that happens, but that is only from experience trading. And so if I had never jumped into an IPO before, I would just wait and look at it to see how it performed. If I was completely new to trading, I would just trade some big name stocks that everyone knows. So Tesla may be one, but you may not have enough money to afford a whole share of Tesla. Amazon, you may not have a whole enough money to invest in Amazon. Pick a stock that you can afford if you're doing just raw trading stocks, and then see how that one performs. If you're doing options, you may have a little bit of a barrier to entry. You may have a little bit of relief because you can get into some out of the money options very easily for a lot cheaper. But bear in mind, those are also very volatile. So the chances of you getting those may not be as high as some of the other closer to in the money options. And so, just different strategies to learn. It's all a learning process. And, I would say just enjoy the journey as well. Somebody in the comment section asked me, why do you take profits or when do you take profits? You have to reward yourself when, trading. And so, some people do this for a living. I don't do it for a living, I do it for a hobby. And so, ultimately, I want to be able to learn more through the process that hopefully, one day you may be able to do it as a hobby, as a full-time job, if you have enough capital to do it. But what's going to help you to be profitable is learning how to do it. And so I know when I first started getting into options, I was very nervous. I didn't know how to do it. I watched a YouTube video of some guy online was like, "Hey, this is how you trade options. This is how you unlock it on Robinhood." Then I put some money in. I can't remember if I won or lost or was profitable or not on that one, but I definitely learned. I said, okay, this is how it works. This is what he meant by expiration. This is what he meant by strike price. This is how much money I made. And so, with those learning skills, I don't think I would have learned that just trading paper stocks. which is not your own money. You don't have your own money invested. It's completely different when you have your own money invested into the play and you see the money start to go up. Once you start making money, it's difficult to try to figure out when you should take profits and when you shouldn't take profits. That's why you should always have an entry and an exit point when doing so. You should always have a goal in mind on what you want to do. Some people's goal is, hey, I just want to get profitable. If it's $1, if it's $2, if it's $3, hey, I'm cool with that and I'll exit. Some people want to stay for the long term. They have a specific goal of something they think it'll get to, but make realistic goals. If you buy an option and you're like, I'm gonna put $20 on this option and then I'm gonna, execute, it's gonna turn to $5,000. Realistically, that may not happen, depending on the stock. Not saying that it won't happen, but those are few and far between. Like DWAC, when it went public, I don't think anybody realized that it would go from $12 the first day to $131 the next day. And so, those are things to also consider. There are anomalies out there, but don't use those as your basis for trading. Um, Also, look at different people's trading styles. There are plenty of channels on YouTube that out there that'll teach you how to do options trading and teach you what to look for in the market. And so I encourage everybody to go look at those, but try to enjoy the journey. So hopefully this video helped you all out. If it did, make sure that thumbs up. Definitely helps YouTube out with the videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.